Double Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, I'm gonna get straight to the G. I got an attitude. Because I uploaded this yesterday, couldn't. Well, long story, but whatever. So this is Guillermo Rigondeaux news, right? Guillermo Rigondeaux, the one I like to call Taz, because everybody runs when he's around. You remember the Tasmanian Devil from Looney Tunes? When he gets to spinning and coming, everybody running. The elephants, lions, everybody run from Taz. Similar to Guillermo Taz Rigondeaux. And the latest is, I'm glad it is somebody saying something, right? His coach, Pedro Diaz, I think his name is, if I'm not mistaken, did this a day and a half ago. Anyway, he's came out and said some things that echo my sentiments. Hence, this here, right? Same things I'm talking about that need to be said. First of all, they're planning a fight with Lomachenko, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters. He's 9-1, but because of his amateur pedigree, he's probably the best of all time when we're talking about amateurs. He's being given sometimes the pound-for-pound number one spot, or definitely top five. Let's tell you he's number one pound-for-pound. So he's one of the good ones, and he is. Check him out. He's obviously a great fighter. So Rigondeaux and him are negotiating to have a fight. Rigondeaux is trying to come up from 122 pounds all the way up to 130. I've stated before that I think, and what would make me personally happy is if the Lomachenko camp and his fans and everybody involved would say, no, we don't want an excuse. We're going to come down to 126. We just left it. And meet you halfway, homie, because we ain't gonna have no excuses after this. Somebody gonna be calling you old and you gained too much weight. You don't want no excuses, because you got a built-in excuse. If you come up 2 weight divisions, ask Kell Brook. Americano came up a division and a half, and ask him if he's conscious, right? He got flatlined by Canelo, so it's not easy, right? It's not easy coming up 2 weight divisions. So. It would be nice if they would say, hey, hold up, we don't want that. But that's not going to happen. That's just wishful thinking. So whatever. Guillermo Rigondeaux coming up to 130 to fight Lomachenko. Well, his trainer doesn't believe it's going to happen. He says Bob Arum is the promoter first, and he doesn't think it's going to happen. A lot of talk, he doesn't believe it's going to happen because of the talk. We just talking. That's what his point is. So let's see if he's right. Right? Let's see if he's right. It could be. They tried to have this happen before, so let's see what happens on that front. He also says that a promoter can destroy a good fighter or a great fighter. He can make a superstar, but he can also destroy one. And he said HBO, since Guillermo Rigondeaux beat that golden goose who laid the golden egg, is what he was saying, Nonito Donaire, once he beat him real soundly, right? Then they were actively after him, right? Trying to call him boring, monotonous, all of those things, where people picking up their jaw from the canvas, right? Getting beat. People way bigger than him. But because I don't know, most of the time, and I've said this in the video, I know it. You guys have heard this before. We 3 people that listen to my videos from time to time. Hey, just bear with me here. But most of the time, when 2 people in combat, and you got a real big one, the Goliath, and then you got little old David. Don't we go for David? What happened here? Guillermo Rigondeaux is smaller than everybody always fights. So why in the darn whatever can't he get a little respect? He's beating up bigger dudes. Nonito Donaire was huge, beanstalk next to him, right? And that's what brings me back to his coach. Pedro Diaz says he thinks Lomachenko is an easier fight for him than Nonito Donaire. Now, people who are just getting on the bandwagon don't know what's up. Nonito Donaire was all that and a bag of chips at the time he got beat. He was top 3 pound for pound, and HBO was pushing him to be the next Pacquiao. Didn't happen. So what they did, instead of getting behind the winner and letting the consumer know that this guy is of the best cloth what the business has to offer, they say, hey, wait a minute, we got to make the people like the ones that are not that good, right? So, because of course, we won't have nothing here, right? So we'll say something's wrong with him, And they'll believe it. It's America. You know, we just put anything out there, America believe it. Talking about we all free. We ain't free. We can't say stuff. Can't ever say stuff. We don't like any of our fighters. All these great fighters, we don't like them. And Cubans look like our fighters, so we don't like them either. That's what America's all about right now. Because name me a American top 10 pound for pound fighter that is not undefeated. That's another question, by the way, while we're talking Rigondeaux. Every American fighter that's in that pound for pound list has not lost, and he better not. You know, these are just straight up facts. So, you know, it irks you. And Guillermo Rigondeaux, he's Cuban, being ignored, right? And his trainer is saying things that I think need to be said nowadays. And Conor McGregor over there is helping the situation too because he's making other fans understand. He's like, I am interested in Canelo versus Golovkin. It's not the best fight. What will be a good fight is Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux. And also stating that out loud so people can stop ignoring it, right? So another thing about Rigondeaux is this. When he goes up from 122 to 130, right? Then what he needs to do is on his way back down to 122, visit those guys who left his division. The Leo Santa Cruz, who is talking only about Abner Mares, another fight with him. Abner Mares, only talking about a fight with Leo Santa Cruz. Nonito Donaire, up at 126, lost to your boy Guillermo Rigondeaux. Nonito Donaire made a big statement about a week and a half ago. Hey, I got a new promotion company. I'm back. I want all of the big fights. The one he didn't mention is the dude who beat him. Think about it. Carl Franklin almost had a fight the other day. Right? Couldn't make the weight at 126. Well, the good thing about it, Guillermo's going past you, guy. Lee Selby. Don't act like I forgot you. I didn't. You're another one. All these names that I'm saying that you guys would know are guys who won't even mention this guy's name ever. So it's our job to say, well, you know what? We don't want to hear about you, Santa Cruz and Marquez. Just because they're Mexican. No, even Mexicans want to be the best, right? So there's one guy right in your division where neither one of these guys want to fight. So what you have to do is ignore their fight. And see, the boxing community, don't act like you guys can't get in an uproar about stuff, because you do. Floyd Mayweather couldn't fight Andre Berto on his last fight, right? 39 years old. Berto was, two-time world champion. We're outraged, right? So let's get outraged by people not fighting someone smaller than them. But I'll get into the rant. It's the same thing all the time. Another thing about Guillermo Rigondeaux, and I said this too, they need to be on his English. Certain things that you need to be able to say. You remember Kovalev when he was fighting Andre Ward or anybody else? Kovalev's English wasn't great, but he learned how to say, I kick his ass. Didn't he learn how to say that? I kick his ass. Right? That's pretty much good enough for the Kovalev fans. Ooh, man, did you hear what he said? Yeah. And then he made it sound like Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger got famous. I'll be back. Right? I kick his ass. That's all you need to learn. So, hey, dude, somebody teach him how to say that. That's all I need to do. Because if he would learn how to say that, he would be Notre Dame right now. Be people coming up, walking up on him, asking what the weather going to be next week. Because he would have been right every time so far. Now, to that Lomachenko fight, who knows who's going to win that fight? These are two skilled fighters. And I will say this. I always think the biggest skilled fighter will probably win. That's why I give Lomachenko the edge here. But it doesn't mean that the fight shouldn't happen. And I applaud more Rigondeaux for making it happen. I want to applaud Lomachenko if he comes to 126. If he wants to have it at 130, then it was just basically your bluff was called. So I can't give him props for it, but still having a fight is okay. Whatever, right? But I know about the two divisions, because if you want to say about two divisions, Lomachenko would not fight Terrence Crawford, who's two divisions on top of him. He calls it suicide. His team calls it suicide. So that would mean that Guillermo Rigondeaux is about ready to commit suicide here. Food for thought. Let's all get on the TAZ bandwagon. And now. Doing Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.